Well, folks, I'm back with another build here from Early Access Mercenaries, and this one's, as you can probably tell, all about Murlocs. We got some crazy Murloc synergies in this list, along with just some good support characters like Uther and Cairne to help protect our Murlocs, and a big combo finisher here with Sylvanas, who's really good once you've summoned some Murlocs and they've died, and she gets crazy attack buffs. So let's take a look at each of these characters in a little more detail. Kicking it off here with Mutanus, who's really just a giant stat stick thanks to Earthen Armour. As you can see, he goes up to 1490 here, which is just enormous. And has some ways to get even bigger as well, eating maybe some Murlocs you've summoned, or often I think just attacking opponents, clearing them, and gaining their attack to make him a real monster. He also has some great synergies here with old Murk-Eye, particularly with Finvasion here. That's going to give Murk-Eye 5 attack and Divine Shield, so he takes great trades because he's got that Divine Shield to protect him. And then also he forces your other Murlocs to attack as well, which means your big Mutanus gets to attack on top of that, which is nuts, frankly. And then Murk-Eye is also your big summoner. He's summoning your Murlocs if you want to feed your Mutanus or get more stuff on board for Morgl. I find, honestly, often Finvasion's just so good it's hard to pass up, but there's another route here as well, depending on situational needs. And then finally, Morgl here is a nice little way to buff your Murlocs additionally with Murloc Missile. Nice fast ability here. You've also got some big damage potential with Fishy Barrage. It's going to do more damage for more Murlocs, and even more damage thanks to Spikey Pufferfish here. For Morgl. So another great way to pay off your Murlocs and give you some big burst damage as needed. Moving on to Uther, this is really just a character with a nice fast taunt to help protect your other Murlocs. Can also, have some damage potential as needed. And when he dies, he gives everybody Divine Shield too, which can be really nice if you've given him taunt and you want to buff your Murlocs to keep them taking great trades. Cairne here, similar story, a great taunt character that's really quick with his taunt. Has some utility, comes back to life as well. So just another way to disrupt opponents. And then finally, Sylvanas, who we've covered in a previous video, I think. But great way here to utilize all those deaths before to buff her attack. Some just crazy output with For the Queen. This is a great way to really mess up your opponents. And she'll die with Death Volley here equipped, which means she's going to deal her buffed attack damage potentially to the entire enemy board. So great finisher here to follow up on all your Murlocs. This does make your comp a little fighter heavy, but that's okay. It's a lot of fighter Murlocs, so it makes sense. That said, let's go ahead and see this sucker in action. Alrighty, so we're going to kick this off, I think, with just a full Murloc opener. I've certainly played around with bringing in Morgl off the bench to utilize the time basically to get some summons off of Murk-Eye first, but I also just like getting some health buffs off Morgl in this opening round. So Morgl's looking real risky here, by the way, because this is a straight up just fighter comp. They have 5 fighters and 1 caster. That's okay though, because we're probably going to be able to murder their Morgl as well. It's sort of this same story here. For damage, we're looking at 28 plus 22. That's 50 plus another 28 off the second forced attack from Murk-Eye. So that's exactly 78 damage. So I guess there is a chance. No, I don't think there's really much chance for life gain, actually. So yeah, let's go ahead and trust that that's an exact lethal. And Morgl doesn't usually deal attacks, so he's not going to take any return damage. So exact lethal should actually be fine. Unfortunately, our Morgl is already dead too. Okay, it was not exact because I forgot to account for the 5 damage on Murk-Eye. It's even better than exact. It's extra. Yay. We get 10 extra or something? I don't know. It's fine. It worked. More Murlocs coming in. Yay. The good news is 3 fighters is very weak to Earth Stomp. The question is, do I want to go for Endurance Aura instead? Just to make my guys attack faster? I don't think there's really a huge incentive to that. I could get a faster summon, which gives me a Battle Cry. I can't eat that Battle Cry yet, but I could definitely get a summon off. Yeah, Attacks aren't that strong. I think I'll still just use Earth Stomp, and the next turn we'll have better attack patterns. I mean, there's definitely some risk that my guys are dead next turn, that's for sure, but we can still get a buff. It's fine. Increase the survivability a little bit for next turn to do even more. Smurro attacks are really hurting though. It's crazy, crazy big attacks. Rexar, AoE is good. Ooh, that guy's big. This is still nice though, because we're gonna get our same dude next turn, which is great. So now we can go Endurance Aura. I can devour this if I want. Is Tintin worth it? Do I want to just attack? I don't have any lethals on the attack, and yeah, I think we'll just eat. This we're gonna summon is much bigger, so yeah, that should be fine. So we'll eat, we'll summon, and this, I don't actually, yeah, I can't. The attack's not gonna go off here because it's gonna get eaten, so it doesn't really matter. So whatever. Okay, eat. Giant fin attack. Puffer, man. Crazy minion summons this game so far. It's wild. All right, so our 2 Murlocs are still chilling. We got another Earth Stomp. That's really nice. So much damage against these fighters. And now we're definitely going to go in on these dudes. And this should be a pretty good fight here. Here might die. He does die. Doesn't matter though, because he comes back to life, so it's all good. And yeah, wasn't too bad. Why is their Murloc getting extra attack? It must have been Murk-Eye's passive. I didn't look at it, I just realized. So let's see, 2 more fighters coming in. So actually, Uther's pretty weak. Sylvanas has already had a lot of minion deaths. She's gonna get some just stacked attack here. And that'll help us finish people off. Uther coming in later is fine too. Okay, yep. Your other Murlocs attack, we don't have any other Murlocs at the moment. We don't get a lot of great buffs either, so let's go Giant Fin. It actually might make Sylvanas' attack scale even higher. She's gonna get like 40 attack or something here, I don't know. Rexar we didn't actually kill here unless the rush hits it, which would be great. Oh, it does, nice. Doesn't die, so we lose a little attack buff, but that's all right. She's only at 30, okay. That's only 30. Not enough for me. Earthstone's probably not gonna go off, which is fine. We do have 2 Murlocs now. That said, this isn't gonna like value trade or anything anyway, so. Maybe we just keep summoning dudes here. And we can actually go for the queen, but it's not that great. He doesn't have a lot of attack or anything. So let's just use Banshee Bolt here to just deal straight up 30. It's totally fine. Very fast, quick damage output here. Big damage, let's go. Cairne is finally dead. Not a big worry though. We're still ahead. Multiple minions here. We got an Uther too. It's just more business. It's the point where even though Uther's weak to fighters, right? Everybody's health totals at this stage are just so bad that it doesn't matter. It's all good. Really no way to lose here. Just spamming attacks, cleaning this up. Boom, boom, boom. Murk-Eye hung around the whole fight from the opener. That's awesome. Good job, Murk-Eye. He did work too. The Divine Shield just made his trade so effective, right? And we scaled up his stats a lot off of the buffs and everything for the battle cries, so just went really well. But those fighters shut down Morgl a tad more than I would have liked. All right, so this is actually a caster-heavy team, which makes our Murloc opener beautiful with the double fighters. Hopefully they commit at least 2 casters here to make our green boys happy. Happy that the Murlocs are green. Even though these 2 specific Murlocs that are green are actually purple, green still feels thematically very Murloc-y. So, of course, we're going to open with Devouring Attack on a caster and Finvasion, and this should absolutely murder the Natalie Celine, which means we're free to Murloc Missile over here on the Protector, get a little health buff rolling. Also, I think our Morgl probably won't die early, which is nice. We'll have some setup next turn, potentially, to do some cool stuff. This opener, with our Murlocs is great. Oh, Morgl lived too, so we actually got a little extra Morgl damage in there we didn't need. It's kind of bad. He actually took that return damage sort of unnecessarily. That said, he's still quite meaty at 84 health, so no problem. Now, one sad thing here is that Murk-Eye did take most of those hits. So there's a tad bit of risk here that he won't have time to get off his Murlocs, which is sad, but I'm still going to go for it. I don't want him attacking because he might die. And if I can keep my Murlocs alive, this fishy barrage right here is going to be really, really nice because I'll have quite a few Murlocs on board. We could go for a heal, but I don't think it's worth it. I just want to create some finisher pressure. And then I think we'll just stick to attacking Uther here in this scenario. Uther's not a great character to kill because he's giving other people Divine Shield. But we won't be killing him yet in most cases, right? So it's okay. We can try to line up that kill when Uther's not applying Divine Shield to other characters. So we did at least get that off. And actually, Murk-Eye is still alive. Nope, never mind. Take it back. And that unfortunately died as well. So Morgl didn't get quite what we were looking for there, sadly. Yeah, we can just stick to Cairne here. Speed buffs on these is pretty cool. And compositionally, it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess they're going to put in 2 casters that make Cairne notably worse here in a minute, but for the moment, totally fine. Earth Stomp, unfortunately, doesn't quite clear the Gruul at 10 damage, so we're going to figure out how we want to do that. We could use Murloc Missile. It's pretty fast and easy, so I think that's okay, which means we're sort of free to deal damage here because nobody's really at risk of dying. I don't need to get an endurance or to like be safe in this scenario. So let's just try to finish off this Rokara. And between these two, it should. Sadly, I'm not going to get the death blow because this is going off before Cairne, but it's fine. There's just getting the lethals in and of itself. Pretty nice, right? It's nice knowing we have these high healths to rely on. Avenging Wrath. All right, so that would have been a good turn to try to kill the Uther last. Unfortunately, didn't work out that way. But we can probably still ignore him and run into other casters here. And in fact, let's go for a speed buff here so that Mutanus is more likely to make a big play. I guess he's really only got the good attack, though. That's a 5 speed, so I could go Murloc Missiles here to put that to 33 and then make Mutanus eat the Uther on the death blow. It would apply a Divine Shield to both characters, but I think that's okay. I'm still just taking Uther out of play, right? So we'll go Aura for a speed bump. We'll go here, Murloc Missile to set up the lethal, and then we'll go here for the lethal. It'll go up to 27 attack. That's pretty nice. Boop, boop. And hopefully these characters just attack. I was hoping to see the attacks, but they're not really attack-based characters, so that's really not especially likely. Earth Stomp, though, is a great way to follow that up. I think he's just gonna die, honestly. His attack is the same speed as Earth Stomp, so maybe I just try to keep him alive here and just take less damage. I don't think it's likely, but it might work. It makes Fishy Barrage much better if it goes off. I mean, either way, I could also go for the heal. I don't know that it's likely to go off, though. I think we just, well, I don't know. Murloc Missile might keep him alive as well. Let's go Murloc Missile, actually. We're not, like, setting up any big kills or anything this turn. We're kind of just dealing with the shields, right? So, oh, the 3 less damage saved him. Is that enough? Probably not. Guff's going to hit him, too, I bet. So, probably not. No, we tried. It's okay. We tried. Sylvanas is obviously amazing against these characters, so we're quite clearly ahead and totally safe. And now Morgl's up to 104 health, by the way. That's crazy. Doesn't really matter much yet here what we do, I think. We're just going to start pushing through people. This is a little extra damage, but I'd scale the health is fine. And do we want Sylvanas to gain the attack now and just set up for a big push next turn, or just end the game now? Let's just do the attack. It's fun. I don't know. I don't think we need it for the record. It's not great defensively because nobody's really going to be attacking Sylvanas, so that doesn't really make a difference or anything, but just sets up next turn to really blow people up, which is the important thing. Okay, let's see here and here. That's not actually enough to kill, so maybe we ought to do just Banshee Bolt there and send these two in here, huh? Just make sure we get the kill on Zyrella, and then so we're dealing 50. Probably actually still could have killed Cairne as well, for the record. Don't think so, actually. It's a little short. A little short. It's gonna be 52, yeah. But now, obviously, we're all squared away. Cool. Good fight again, yeah. 3 up at the end, that's great. And got to see pretty much everything in action. Good buffs, good Murlocs. Got to see an Eat even, I think, so pretty cool fight. And yeah, that's the Murloc finisher deck with Sylvanas. I like this deck. It's cool. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's, you know, it's susceptible to, given it's like fighter focus, and you know, Morgl's kind of susceptible sometimes because like he dies that opening Murloc set. So you might want to hold Morgl back for the next time around and get some cheap Murlocs on board. But still, I think the Mutanus Murk-Eye combo, like forcing that Mutanus to attack an extra time, is just really strong. It's a good like opener kill on a caster usually, and just some good cards to support all this. So it's kind of, this is almost like a holy Murlocs, right? Like you got some Divine Shield stuff going on with the Murlocs. Bubble Murloc might be a good name for this deck. So yeah, pretty nifty. Let me know what you think. As always, you know, be careful crafting this stuff. Things could change. These numbers aren't final in this early access build, so proceed with caution. But you know, give this a shot if you got these cards laying around. It might be a fun build in both PvP and PvE. That said, thanks for hanging out with me here in this video, and until next time, game on.